England has won exactly one World Cup in its entire history. One! It happened 60 years ago on home soil, and the country has been chasing that feeling ever since. Today, as the Three Lions open their 2026 campaign, that 60-year wait is the question hanging over every single match they play. Football fans call it the curse. Decade after decade, England arrives at major tournaments with real talent, real hope, and somehow finds a new and creative way to fall just short. Today, we are going to walk through exactly how that pattern formed, what almost broke it in recent years, and whether this specific England team under a new manager finally has what it takes to end it. The story starts in 1966 when England hosted the World Cup and won it on their own turf. For decades afterward, almost nothing went right at the biggest moments. In 1990, England reached the semifinal and lost on penalties to West Germany. In 1998, they were eliminated in the round of 16, again on penalties against Argentina. In 2006, the same story repeated in the quarterfinal against Portugal. For years, England simply could not win a penalty shootout when it mattered at a World Cup. That changed in 2018, when England finally won a shootout against Colombia in the round of 16, their first ever World Cup penalty win. That tournament carried them all the way to the semifinal, their best finish in decades, before a loss in extra time to Croatia ended the run. 4 years later, in 2022, England reached the quarterfinal again and lost to eventual finalists France. Now comes 2026. England has a new manager, the German coach Thomas Tuchel, brought in to fix a team that many felt had grown stale under its previous leadership. Captain Harry Kane arrives at his third World Cup in red-hot form for his club side. Around him sits a squad built on serious talent, including Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, and Declan Rice, who won both the Premier League and
the Champions League with Arsenal this year. Tuchel's squad selections raised eyebrows, leaving out familiar names while trusting players who had stepped up most recently. And in a twist that football fans cannot ignore, England's group draw paired them with Croatia, the exact team that ended their run in that 2018 semi-final. Here is a detail most casual fans miss. England is the only nation to have won the World Cup as host and never again anywhere else in 60 years of trying since. Compare that to other former champions who have gone on to win again on foreign soil, and the pattern looks even stranger. There is also a cultural piece to this story. The phrase fans use every time England gets close, that the trophy is finally coming home, has become such a fixture of English football culture that it shows up on banners and pub chants regardless of how realistic the chances actually are that year. This matters beyond just one country's bragging rights. England represents one of the deepest talent pools in world football, yet that talent has rarely translated into the one trophy that defines the sport globally. A different result this time would not just end a 60-year wait, it would reshape how an entire generation of English players is remembered. For neutral fans, it is simply one of the most reliable storylines in football, a team good enough to win it all, repeatedly finding new ways not to. So as this tournament gets underway, the same question returns that has followed English football for 60 years. Is this finally the team, the manager, and the moment that breaks the pattern? Or does the curse find one more way to
extend itself? If you want to follow this story as the tournament unfolds, subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss what happens next.